Hello, my name is Ethan Conklin, and I am going to be telling the true story of the Christmas Truce. So the year is 1914, and the area that this story takes place is France, specifically December 21st, Christmas Eve, 1914. And if you know anything about this time, World War I has been going on for about 3 to 4 years now, and all the men and women who are involved are tired and just want to go home. So where we find ourselves in this story, there's a trench, a British trench to be exact, and 50 yards north of them, there's a German trench. Only 50 yards separating these two forces that hate each other, allegedly hate each other. And in the German trenches, there are being Christmas carols being sung because it's obviously Christmas Eve. It's very cold, very wet. It's in France. You know, if you've ever been to France, you know the weather there. And if you know anything about Britain and Germany, there is a kind of a rivalry between them even now. So the Brits over in their trench hear the Germans over in their trench singing Christmas carols, and they decide, well, we're going to sing louder because we're better, you know, we're better at everything. So they start to sing louder. The Germans hear this, and they think, well, why are we going to let these guys beat us? We sing louder. And so the Germans start singing louder too. And the two sides that have been fighting each other for years are singing Christmas carols together. And this sparks an idea, and a crazy idea in one officer's head. And he is a British officer. He looks at no man's land, a scarred field of craters and mortar holes and barbed wire. And he peeks his head up over the trench, which is very dangerous in World War I. He puts his hands up, and he climbs up and starts to walk out across no man's land towards that German trench 50 yards away. The Germans don't know what's going on. They look at him, they think, oh, is he coming towards us? Is this an attack? What's going on? Well, one German soldier, he knows exactly what's going on. He decides to poke his head up over the trench too. He sticks his hands up, and he starts walking out right towards that British officer. The two look at each other in the eyes as they close that gap in between each other, and in the mortar holes in the barbed wire, they stick out their hands and shake. And over the next few hours, all of the troops on both trenches came up, played soccer in no man's land, shared beer, shared whiskey, shared cigars, shared cigarettes, shared stories, shared pictures of loved ones. But all good things must come to an end, and as the sun came up on Christmas Day, both sides shook hands again, turned around and went their opposite ways for 50 yards back into their trenches. That would be the end of the story if these men were cold and heartless, which most humans are not, as we find out in this story, because these two fighting forces refused to fight each other after this and were actually taken away by high command and sent to other parts of the war because they learned that those weren't just Germans and Brits in those trenches. That was Franz and John. Those were humans. Those were friends. Thank you very much.